All right, last one for our trig substitution notes, and then we can definitely go over a bunch tomorrow when I see you in class, and we'll spend the rest of class reviewing and working on all those extra things in our packet that are review materials. This one looks innocent. It looks like it should be some other method. I go through my whole long list of methods and none of them work. And so I end up having to try a trig substitution. I gave you a whole page for this because it is going to be a long question. It takes a while. So let's start. I'm going to have x be, in this case, 2 tan theta. That means that dx is 2 secant squared d theta. And I'm going to plug that in and see what I get. So the square root of 4 plus x squared will give me 4 plus tan squared. And then dx is 2 secant squared theta d theta. All right, let's clean that up a little. So, of course, my 4 is going to factor out. And then I'm going to have 1 plus tan squared. That's going to give me secant squared. And my 4 will come out as a 2. So I have 2 secant cubed theta d theta when I combine them. Oh, sorry, 2 times 2. So I get a 4 out in front. And we know how to do this. Again, this is an old one that we've done these a couple different times. Big difference between a trig cubed and a trig to the 4th. But for our trig cubed, we're going to split it so that it is secant times secant squared. I'm going to change my secant squared into a tan squared plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to distribute. Whoops. Plus 4 secant theta d theta. And I'm going to figure out my 2 integrals here. All right, so my first one, I could try some different stuff. You might be able to figure something out. But no matter what I try, I know where secant comes from, but this one here is really kind of throwing me off. I have a bunch of different guesses and checks that I go through. You know, maybe try your guess is secant squared. If you try secant squared, you end up with an extra secant. So we try a bunch of stuff because, again, this one looked innocent enough. Try splitting into sine and cosine, right? You have a lot of different things you can try. I'm going to tell you, none of them are going to work. So for this first term at least, because I'm okay with this term here, but for this first term at least, I'm going to go and try parts. All right. Again, you try a bunch of different u's and dv's. I don't really know with Lipit what to do here because they're both trig. And so you got to just try some and see how they work. Just for time, because it's a snow day, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to have u be 4 tan theta. And I'm going to have dv be secant theta tan theta d theta. I'm going to guess getting to that point is not super intuitive. And so just keep in mind that you can try other things first. And sometimes they'll succeed. Sometimes they won't. That's okay. I can find d, u, and v now. And I plug them in. And I get my integral to be 4 tan theta secant theta minus the integral of secant theta times 4 secant squared theta d theta. And then the green is 4 ln of secant plus tangent. And crap, right? I'm back to something that I don't know. But, oh, I love this question so much because we get lazy and I didn't write down my original, which was the integral of 4 secant cubed. And look what we can do. This is 4 secant cubed and I can whip it over to the other side. And so I get 2 of the integrals that I want is equal to my 4 tan theta secant theta plus 4 ln, and I divide both sides by 2, and I get my final answer, but not. I get that my integral of 4 secant cubed theta d theta is 2 tan theta secant theta plus 2 ln of secant theta plus tan theta. And we did all that darn work, and we're not even done because we still have to do our triangle. All right, so off on the side, I will do my triangle. I'm going to draw my little quadrant 1. I'll just draw that here. And I know from my original pick that the tangent, because I picked tan to be x to be 2 tan theta, so I know that the tangent of theta is x over 2. That's one of them that I need, so great. That lets me fill in my x and my 2 and my square root of x squared plus 4. That means on this picture that secant theta is going to be the radical over 2. And now I can fill that in to give my final answer. I'm going to have 2 tan theta secant theta. So one of my 2's is going to cancel. So I'm going to have that times my 2 and my tan cancel to just be an x. And then my secant theta is root x squared plus 4. And then I'll just write that all over 2. And then I'm going to keep my 2 out in front here. And I have secant, which is my square root, plus tangent, which is x over 2. And now that I'm writing my final answer, I'll put on my plus c. Whew, I made it in one page. I wasn't sure if I was going to. That is a tough one. But hopefully the trig substitution makes a little bit of sense. Now practice, and we'll do more practice together tomorrow. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great snow day.